What's up, YouTube? This is Rocky, and yes, I'm coming at you with another video diary this morning. Basically rough night of sleep. Um, Tumbling with my demons yet again, trying to figure out, knowing that I'm right, but tussling and dealing with the fact that I am right, and other people and the demons in my life want to be right. And knowing that I cannot allow that they're just not right at all. They're not correct. They're not right in anything that they do. So basically, I'm dealing with that, and I don't know what it's called when you are struggling in your life and demons show up. But Christ says if one demon comes into your house and he enters into your house in a certain way, and your house is in order, he'll go out and get 7 more. And then that 7 go get that 7, and that 7 go get that 7. And before you know it, you have a whole situation on your hands. I mean, that's one of his parables. And I guess that's one of his parables for letting demons in. It's like you have to confront yourself. You have to be happy with who you are. You have to be happy and satisfied with what you do. And I am satisfied with what I'm doing. I am satisfied with my life. I mean, there is more than I could be doing. Instead of settling and dealing with my own excuses, I think that my own excuses right now have got me basically trembling. Yeah, they've got me worried. So, and my excuses are, I can't possibly do this. I'm not going to be able to accomplish this. And I can accomplish it. I can do whatever it is I set my mind to. But somewhere down the line, I have offended some part of myself. And I was remembering, and I'm going to show you guys my morning routine. I've got a cup of coffee, but I just want to tell you a story, which is why our children and my children are such a concern for me. Like I said, I'm a child of autism. And usually children born with special needs, people act weird around us because we have those vulnerabilities, those huge, gigantic vulnerabilities that they see as weaknesses, as weak points, as points of entry. So when I was a child, I was involved in theater. I've been to Hollywood a couple of times, been to New York a couple of times, did a couple of spots, and it was therapeutic for me because if I hadn't done those things, I would be shut down. I would be miserable. So basically, my mother left me with my aunt and my cousins. And we were all playing one day, and we were all very happy, and we were just having fun. And one day, the adversary just entered. And I had one female cousin who couldn't stop circling me all day until she landed a punch. And then there was another female who started circling me until she landed a punch. Then there was a male cousin who was not satisfied until he had raped me. And this was and I mean, it was 4 kids. And so basically I went to lay down after all that had happened. And another cousin she just couldn't stop punching me in the face. And she punched me in the face, and my nose was bloody. And my mom basically came in after having lunch with her sisters. I mean, and having a wonderful time with her sisters. They were all dressed up. You guys, you can smell nothing but perfume when they came back home. And they had, they've been having a good time. And I don't blame my cousins because I know that the human spirit is weak. I know that the human spirit is vulnerable to those things in the world that are so evil and so trifling, that they will use children, that they will bother children. And a lot of people, they talk about demonic possession. Demonic possession only get like in The Exorcist, as if is only if it's welcome, if it's provided for, if it's fed. Because I had a cousin who was very wonderful. She was a wonderful child. And basically she became a monster one day. and she started feeding off her own family. So, but we got her back together. We got her back together. We put her life back together, and we had to let her know. We had to let the demons know that we didn't like that. And then basically, our cousins started showing up again. Our family started showing up again. So I do believe in the power of possession, but I also believe in the power of Christ, that as he was walking that long road before he faced the cross, that he sent demons away, he sent them into pigs. He resurrected Lazarus from the dead. I mean, a lot was going on. It's just that we think that the story of Christ is so trifling because we only know about one aspect of it. But I know that there was an entire legacy leading up to his birth, his death, and resurrection. Not just a moment, not just an action. And Adolf Hitler was not the first Pontius Pilate that exists. I mean, he was not the. How do I want to say this? Oh my God. People of Jewish descent have always been the target of evil people. Because for some reason, instinctively, we know when we're in the presence of the adversary. And I'm just saying. And when you're in the presence of the adversary and you hear his deeds, just like you can hear the wind blowing, in the air, when you hear his deeds, just like you can hear a drop of water in your sink, or when you hear the rats under your floors, then you become a threat to the evils of this world that like to make excuses for the things that they do. Like the fact that families literally have not torn. I mean, and some families, are just, I don't know. But you have to be kind, and you have to, when it comes to our children, doesn't Christ say all bets are off to certain offenses of the adversary? That, and I know he does. I'm just, I'm not being sarcastic about it at all. I'm just being clear on what I know, on what I went to school. When I went to church and school to learn. And ignoring the adversary, or that doesn't make you meek. The meek is those that have encountered the adversary and they do things to stay away from them. And sometimes it can be offensive to deal with. Not really. Not for those who hide out and never fought back. But for those, and that's not, I gotta find out what the meek is, because that's not the meek. To be meek is not cowardly. To be meek is to know that you have fought your battles, I think, and then come in contact with those people who just, who want to fuck with you just because you have. I mean, a lot of fighters are meek because, you don't want to hit somebody that day. You don't want to hurt somebody that day. And, you don't want to become something else. You don't want to become you don't want to become something that you don't recognize. So, but, you don't want to become something you don't recognize. And basically, those are the demons that I've been dealing with, man. And right now I'm just exhausted. I mean, look, my hair is great. I did a hot oil treatment. And the thing about hot oil treatments is that you want to stay on it so that you can maintain, your progress. And right now I want to go spray some aloe vera on my hair. And I just want to do my morning routine. So I'm going to take you guys with me while I do that. I'm drinking my little coffee. Oh my God, coffee in the morning. I like coffees that are earthy and that are grainy. But they have to taste like coffee. Like a lot of people like sugar in their coffee. I like coffee. I like the taste of coffee. I like the texture of coffee. I like coffee, period. And not because, oh, so hard for me to move. I like coffee because it's coffee. I like tea because it's tea. And hold on. And those are just some things that I have been able to get into in my youth, because for a long time coffee was the enemy. So I stopped drinking it. Even though it made me feel so good, even though it got me so motivated for classes at times, and I absolutely just loved it. So basically, I'm getting ready to do, I want to do a rinse with my alcohol. I'm going to wash this bottle off because it is so, I was doing a homemade leave-in conditioner and look at it, it's so dirty. So I want to wash that off and talk to you guys some more. It's just difficult getting older, as a parent. And knowing you're getting older as a parent and still having to worry about, certain little things when people show back up in your life with the same old fight and the same old battle, and it never changes. And I don't basically give a shit. But it does ruin a good time, doesn't it? It does ruin a good time. It's threatening, and you don't know where it's coming from, because as before, when you're children, it was plain to see. But if individuals don't grow out of that, then there's something wrong with them. There's something wrong with them, and there's something wrong with you, and the situation can not only become violent, but can escalate to a tragic situation. And nobody wants to deal with tragedy. I know I don't. So I want to make sure that the nozzle on this thing is still working. It's pretty, I think I've had this thing for a couple months. 2 or 3 months. I've had it. I'm going to take this little water and we're going to go grab some coffee. We're going to grab some coffee extract. And right now I'm here in my kitchen. My lovely, lovely little kitchen. And I got some coffee extract. And then I think I've decided I want to put some tea tree oil in it. And this is just, a refresher for my hair, because like I said, hot oil treatments they do what they're meant to do. They're meant to texture the hair. They're meant to soften the hair. They're meant to give structure back to the hair. And I want to experiment with some oil packages out there. I've seen some on, I want to give a shout out to Beauty Within. They do some really, really good, are they tutorials? Tutorials on different products that they found from all regions of the world that that I know that I haven't seen. And I kind of watch them and I kind of wonder, whether I can find some of those products and use them on my hair and see what kind of results I could get. But I'm not one for experimenting with a lot of products on my hair. I'm just not, because it is different textured and I don't want to have to cut it off again because it's not working. Now see, this is after the hot oil treatment. The curls are still there. And my hair's not dry all the way. All the way from last night. I tied it up last night, and I think that because I tied it up last night is the only reason why that it's dry on the edges. It's not dry on the inside. So basically I'm going to start with the edges to rehydrate And I just want to get some moisture back in here, and I want to see how my hair responds to it. Because I still have some parts of my hair that are clumping up because of the dryness, and it clumps together because it wants some moisture. And basically, we're going to start with that. And because this is just basically aloe vera, woo! Getting a little overheated. And after I did a hot oil treatment, and yes, I'm going to go in with my jojoba hair growth oil. We'll have some fun with that. I'm going to do about a quarter size. Just, I guess, because hair has memory, no? Like your curls have memory, I don't know. But I am going to go in, I'm going to go in with this jojoba oil. Jojoba hair growth oil. And I'm going to juice the curls up, yeah. Now, there's some of them are starting to fall. But that don't mean they're going to stay down. So, because my hair is, it will crunch back up. Because it needs that moisture. It loves that moisture. It relies on that moisture. And I think, hold on, I want to get one thing that everybody's still in debate about, but hold on. Sorry. Everybody's in debate about this. I don't know why. This has been my secret for a really long time. For moisture, for texture. It's been at least for the last year. I've been using hyaluronic acid, and I didn't start it as a fad. I thought to myself, because it says right here on the back, non-irritating, clinically tested, onto cleanse face. But one thing that I noticed is the hydration. I noticed that it was hydrated and it extracts 1,000 times its weight in moisture. And yes, and restores volume to sagging skin. So when I heard that it adds moisture or helps the skin maintain moisture, my mind said, okay, well, since your skin is doing so great, why not do the hair? And I will do this until I am happy. I'm not going to follow trends, y'all. I'm not going to follow trends. I'm not going to follow fads and movements. And I love, 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 love. You guys see that? And if only for a minute. If only, you see how I put the hyaluronic acid on there and it fell immediately. Immediately it fell. And you put it on there and you just play around. Yes, indeed. And you go in. And that's the hyaluronic acid. And it adds shine to it. It adds shine. It adds the moisture. And then I'm going to go in with, because I've run out of my leave-in conditioner, the Ashley Lawrence leave-in, which I was happy with. I just want to use a little bit more. I want to do it another month. Because my hair has been doing... The curls have been taking on a certain form with the Ashley Lawrence leave-in, and I kind of like it because it's maintaining moisture without having to be greasy. It's maintaining moisture without having to be greasy or heavy. And like I said, this hyaluronic acid is working. It really is. It's working. And I can't get enough of it for my hair. I just cannot. And I go in and I put this product on my hair. And I love it. I absolutely adore using hyaluronic acid on my hair. And one thing that I will use, now I tried this extreme gel because I know that it also helps retain moisture. It will help your hair retain moisture, and the hold on your hair, it's not hard and it's not flaky. And as a matter of fact, I find it really easy. I find it really easy to comb through. Like, you know, after the day. I find it really easy to comb through. After, you know, when I'm ready to lay down, after I've grabbed one of my favorite leave-in conditioners or detanglers. That's another thing I need to get into. Is a detangler. So that I can loosen up the curls without losing a lot of hair. And I've done that before, you know. But this process that I do with my hands and with the hyaluronic acid, it usually does work, yeah. It usually does work. It usually does kind of do a good job of hanging in there. Okay. I need to go get some hairpins. I will be right back. I'm gonna see if I can use this little thing though. So I just want to pull some back off my hair. A significant clump that always seems to get in the way when I am trying to wash my face. Ooh. Okay. That should work. And you pull out the different, you know, then you pull out your hair and give your hair some fluff and some texture on the sides. And now I'm gonna have another sip of coffee. And I'm gonna wash my hands. And then I'm gonna go in with, I still have my hemp. I still have the hemp products. I still do, and I love this. But I already feel like tingling in my eyes. And it is psychological, but that's a good thing. We'll talk about that later too. Because I like psychological cues that let you know when your body is reacting to certain things, to let you know when, you know, to remind you of how you reacted to certain things and whether you want to keep using them or not, despite, you know, the media pressuring you to. So I'm going to go in with the La Roche-Posay Tolerating Hydrating Gentle Cleanser. I did about 3 pumps of that. And now I'm just going to work it in and work it up. And this cleanser is so gentle. I've been using La Roche-Posay for 10 years, off and on, not every day, not faithfully, but off and on for 10 years. And now they have a new product that I want to try. They have a milky cleanser. But I've never tried their serums. I've basically been using their cleansers and their lotions. now I'm done. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with my little dry, my little towel. And I'm not I'm not going to sweep the towel across my face. Because what would be the point in that? You're going to irritate your skin even more. You're going to say, oh, it's like, it gives you the feeling like, oh gosh, it's already done. It's okay. It's over. And I want to remember. I want to remember what this cleanser has done for my skin. I want to remember how my skin is affected and how it feels. And it's absolutely yummy. And when I say yummy, I really do mean yummy. My skin feels hydrated. It feels like it's happy with me. And it hasn't betrayed me in a long time. So again, I'm going to go on with the Barbaria vitamin C, which I love. Oh my God, it's just the best smell in the morning, man. It is the best. And I absolutely adore it. Oh my God. I love the smell. I love the smell of vitamin C in the morning. And vitamin C has so many so many things in it that are good for you, I guess, or what do you call it? That are good for you, beneficial for the skin. Okay. That is what it's called. And I'm going to go in. I got to get some of this. Like I said, this is Derm E. And it is their anti-aging DHEA moisturizing night. I hope it's not a night cream. I got to put it on my face. But it is... there it is. Look at that. Look at the cheekbones. Did you guys just see the cheekbones light up? I did. And I love this moisturizer. And I will use it every day of my life. Because it's wonderful. Okay, but it's irritating to the side of my nose. Hold on. And I think that's because the skin on my nose is definitely a lot thinner. And plus it's irritated. The skin on the side of my nose is very irritated for some reason. And I have a clue. And that's because I think the anti-aging, everything is being pulled. I mean, it's irritating. It's not erupted. It's not burning or anything. And it probably won't. But it's just that the skin is becoming taut and very different. So, that's basically the morning routine, y'all. I'm gonna brush my teeth, but I guess you guys don't mind. Okay. This is Oral-B, and I love their product. I love their toothbrushes because they hit spots. This is the reason why I got this toothbrush. You see those little things in the middle? They hit points of your teeth and gums that other brushing doesn't do. And I started using more sophisticated, toothbrushes, because you can always use a plain; they'll do the same thing. But I started using more sophisticated toothbrushes and oral treatments because, first of all, I always go to the dentist. And one of the things that I hate about going to the dentist is they would find chunks of food in my teeth. And that was the most, and basically that is, one of the major causes contributing cause of tooth decay is not flossing. And sometimes you don't remember to floss every day. So that's why I get these little crazy toothbrushes with these bristles. And hold on. I go once round, and like and I was told that brushing the toothbrush with your tongue is like spreading bacteria. But okay, you have the back of these. Some of these, if you touch the back of this toothbrush, you'll find that it's very small and pliable. So you go in, you rinse it off, and that's why. Clean your toothbrush. And you go in and you grab. Look at that. And you rinse it off. And you rinse your mouth out. But I have my old friend. Listerine. I love Listerine. Before I used Listerine, my mom had gone to the dentist because she had to have a root canal. And we were using Scope. We were using all other fancy products. And if you remember at the time, Scope was the number one toothbrush, was the number one mouthwash brand at the time. There was also another one, and then they brought Listerine. Listerine was cheap, and it was equated with medicine. But now it's the number one. Nobody can get through a day without it. And I dare anybody to say they're not. Woo! There is a bit much to it. There is a bit much to the Listerine because it's killing. It's an antimicrobial killer. And if you have I've used an antimicrobial killer on my skin. It was prescribed. You want to talk about some shit that'll make you run up out of the room? Yep. And I had I think I was dealing with some really serious cases of acne at the time. And Accutane wasn't an issue for me. But it was one of the times my skin did get clear. Man, I had to, right now I'm watching Curly Proverbs on YouTube. But you guys, this is my morning routine. Again, thank you for waking up with me. Thank you for being here with me. It takes 30 days to break a bad habit, but it also takes 30 days to learn a new, more positive, more productive behavior. Peace. Yay? Nay? Me?